Welcome to episode 16 of the
16.
Bozos. 16, that's right. Number 16
Let's
of the
go.
Bozos and Buckets podcast.
Let's go.
That's right. This podcast is old enough to get their driver's license now. Simon, question of the day.
What's the question?
Favorite breed of dog? I don't think we've done that.
Wow. You know,
And you don't have to count yours. You don't have to count yours.
Yeah, no, my shit is like a mutt, bro. I don't know what that thing is. I've been thinking I really like Dalmatians, bro. I feel like they're not very common. You know what I mean? And
Underrated
they're
dog.
pretty unique. Right? High energy. It can get pretty big. Like some are like big, like they're a big dog. I like bigger dogs generally. Just cuz I don't know. I like going out and shit. Like hiking and stuff. I feel like a little dog gets tired cuz it's obviously little steps and stuff. So a big dog that can keep up with me, but at the same time, like, isn't annoying, doesn't bark. I hate dogs that bark. Right now, I'm actually dog sitting, so you might hear another dog bark. But when like this dog is here, this dog barks, so then my dog barks. It's so annoying, bro, because he usually doesn't. But like, it's the peer pressure, I think, man. I don't know how it works. What about you, Shay? What's your dog?
I like two. If I had to pick, I'd probably do like two. I think pit bulls get a bad rap. They're actually teddy bears if you actually like treat them humanely and like don't fight them. So I like pit bulls. I also like golden doodles because they're big and they're like fluffy. And my girlfriend's allergic to dogs and they're hypoallergenic. So
I was about to ask, are you allergic to dogs?
I am not, but my girlfriend is.
Makes sense.
So if we were to get a dog, it'd probably be a golden doodle. Because they're
Oren, please toughen up. Please toughen up.
It's okay, man. That asthma crazy. But
All right, what's good, Shay?
shout out to everybody that has asthma. I know it's tough out here. But even though she has asthma, she takes my breath away. Now,
Wow. Oh my god.
Oh.
What a sweetheart. Oh my god.
all right.
What took my breath away was the Celtics losing at home. You like that transition there?
amazing segue.
Thank you.
You know, one of the bozos on this podcast predicted Warriors in 6. You can go check the tape. You can go check the film. But Simon, please tell me why the Celtics lost.
The Celtics had like 22 turnovers, which is why they lost. They were out-rebounded. They were out-hustled. Steph Curry didn't have a crazy night, but he was consistent with points. I think he dropped like 30-something. He had 30 before they kept fouling him, so he had like 34 or some shit at the end of it, just because of free throws. Everyone just showed up on the Warriors, and on the Celtics, they really didn't. They lost. They had an early lead. It was 14-2, and then in the second quarter, end of first, start of second, they let them go on a 21-0 run that they just never came back from. I think they came within like 6 at the shortest, but they I don't think they ever retook the lead. And, that's ultimately why the turnovers and the run early on.
Yeah, definitely the turnovers is one of the stats that the Celtics had a higher rate of than the Warriors. But it's actually interesting because the Celtics had more blocks. I mean, one more block than the Warriors. They had more points in the paint than the Warriors. They had less fouls than the Warriors. But they just could not, like you said, they could not hit their shots. And the Warriors out-rebounded them again. But the Celtics, like, I mean, if you're just looking at the stats, it doesn't look like the Celtics played a bad game. They shot 39% from 3, 42% from the field, which is higher than the Warriors' field goal percentage. And they shot 91% from the line. But shout out to the refs, though, because there was only 20 combined free throws whole game, both teams. So they weren't calling a lot. So shout out the refs. But especially on the Celtics, Tatum is not... Tatum's him, but he looked like a deer in headlights out there, and I'm wondering if the moment was too much for him. And he was also getting clamped by Wiggins. So, I mean, Wiggins did like an all-NBA... like
Literally, I have not seen Tatum since the Game 6. I still think he's in Andrew Wiggins' pockets. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I didn't know they implemented pockets into those jerseys.
I mean, yeah, dude, Wiggins is like, I mean, that was his son. Like the entire like,
Wiggins is literally a grandpa, bro. That's crazy. That's
yeah, Wiggins has full
crazy.
custody of Deuce now, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, 13 points in a elimination game, not good. Jaylen Brown had to carry with 34 points. Shout out Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown has that dog in him. Like, I mean, he's inconsistent at times,
The
but
dog
he.
is still little though.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
I
But I'm
mean,
saying,
I was shitting on him, bro, because how I said he's the best star player without handles. There's no way he drives in so many times and he loses it, fumbles it, falls, etc., gets it stolen. It's like almost half of the time that he doesn't even get the shot up. It's kind of absurd.
and it's like Kyrie didn't teach him any handles when Kyrie was in
Literally,
Boston.
bro.
Like,
They were all supposed to get better from when Kyrie left, and
they did for the
I-
most part, but they have to clean up
for the regular
turnovers.
season. Yeah, they can perform better in a season because they don't. This guy's not getting 40 points every night, but when they need a star to carry them, where's Kyrie? Kyrie drops 41 points in an NBA Finals, shows up. Kyrie does this, Kyrie does that. Sure, 2015 he got injured, but 2016
control
there he
that.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah. You said the field goal percentages. I want to address
Yeah.
that real quick.
Uh-huh.
Despite that, the Warriors had 92 field goal attempts. 92 field goal attempts.
Yeah, that was wild.
Can you guess how many the Celtics had?
I'm looking at it right now. Actually, I have the stats up. They had 80.
80.
Yeah.
So they got outshot 12 times.
By 12 shots,
12
yeah.
more times. Yeah. And if half of those go in, those are 12 points at least.
Mm-hmm.
And then what was the final score?
103 to 90.
13. Exactly. There
Oh,
it is.
and your boy said the Warriors were gonna score 102 and they scored 103. Like I'm like tapped into like the Warriors. But
I
so
like that, man.
another thing about Tatum, he had the most, not even just the finals, most turnovers in a single NBA playoff in history. And no other player in history has had more turnovers during the NBA playoffs.
Turnovers per game or turnovers total?
Total.
What
He had
was
the
it?
most. Oh, I don't have the stat. Like, let me look it up though. Like, is
You can just search Jason Tatum. What app do you use for stats?
StatMuse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Jason Tatum sets record for most playoff turnovers. He had Tatum eclipsed the never before reached 100 turnover mark in a playoff.
Yeah, 100. That's crazy.
So, like, obviously, he's not in bad company because LeBron James and Larry Bird were 2 and 3 for that record, but they were probably handling the ball most for their team. So was Tatum,
And dropping fucking 40 bombs when they needed them.
and playing, yeah,
Yeah, Tatum's out here dropping 13, bro. Looking like an absolute bozo.
triple digit turnovers though. That's rough.
Yeah. Dude, I just saw the point differential for him, but that's not what I'm going to talk about. It reminded me of this stat. Did you know that for the Celtics, the closest margin of points against any other team in the playoffs was the Brooklyn Nets, even though they swept them?
Really?
Yeah. They were
That is-
all they outscored the Nets the least out of any teams they played that they won. Obviously, the Warriors obviously outshined them. But yeah,
That's very interesting, actually.
I think they went to overtime, didn't they? Once, one game.
I think
or
so.
maybe I'm tripping, but I think that was also the only overtime of the playoffs. These playoffs were pretty like
Yeah, it was pretty there was variety at the end because like I mean you haven't seen the Celtics in the finals in a minute. The Warriors were out of it for 2 years and now they went without KD. So the storylines were decent. But yeah, like you said, nothing like crazy. I think this is the playoffs with the most blowouts that I've ever seen.
Yeah, for sure. There's also something that I want to address. I saw this tweet. I'm not sure if Kevin Durant responded to it, but somebody said that Kevin Durant is just that guy who was between Harrison Barnes and Andrew Wiggins. What do you think of that?
False. Like, okay, so obviously the Warriors won the title, so that guy's tweet has a false like validity to it because Harrison Barnes won with them and Wiggins won with them, but they don't get those two chips without Durant. Like, not even a chance. Like, they
Not
blew it
even
through.
one of them?
No, they don't win. Like, they won this year because they had a really solid team with a lot of solid depth. But the way that team was constructed with KD there, it was overpowered. But they needed Durant because teams are starting to figure them out. Obviously, like the Cavs came back and they beat a 73-9 Warriors team down 3-1.
Then why didn't they figure them out this year without Kevin Durant? Because
Well,
Wiggins, do you think Wiggins was enough to make that difference?
I think they had a lot more depth than I don't remember the team like off the top of my head that Durant was on, but Wiggins was a good piece. Otto Porter was a good piece. Looney was good.
Otto Porter didn't really matter. Looney was a big step up. They finally got their big. Although the Warriors have been known for having like mid bigs and it just being enough. They just need a rebounder. They had McGee, Zaza.
Yeah.
I saw a funny meme on Zaza. It was like, have you seen that video of Andrew Wiggins where he just looks super stoned?
Oh yeah.
It's like Andrew Wiggins smoking that Zaza, got him feeling patchouli. I thought that shit was funny.
Wiggins was that's a great picture, dude. Wiggins was gone. Clay was gone too. I don't know if you've seen footage from the parade row, but dude dropping.
Did you see him tackle the dude or the girl?
Tackle the girl. He almost lost one of his championship rings because it fell off his hand. Like, he's just been wilding. But
wait, real quick.
Yeah.
2016, 2017.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start from the top. Matt Barnes, Ian Clark, Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, Draymond Green, Andre Iguodala, Damian Jones, Sean Livingston, Kevon Looney, McAdoo, McCaw, McGee, Pachulia, Thompson, Varejao, Weber, West. So it was pretty deep, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
It was a decent
Sean
team.
Livingston.
Yeah.
Sean Livingston is a beast.
King of the mid range.
Yeah, exactly. And then obviously, I think he kind of retired out of nowhere. Two bigs, McGee and Pachulia, 7 feet and 6'11", solid. McCaw, and not that big. Looney, he got some minutes. Iguodala was big back then. He got more minutes then. Barnes, a vet. David West, I think, got some good minutes too.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
They had more depth than I thought. I just really think that like that they don't get those titles without KD because I mean LeBron.
I'll agree.
Yeah.
They were deep, but I guess this year they were more deep with less stars, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean their team ball was their ball movement was. I mean, shout out Steve Kerr too. I mean, I know he gets like overshadowed by his stars, but he's a great coach. He's yeah, he got 9 rings, 4 as a player. I mean, no, 4 as a coach, 5 as a player. Yeah, no, he's just a really good basketball mind, and I haven't done a coaching ranking yet, but I'd imagine he'd be top 5 all time.
All I'm gonna say is Steve Kerr 4-peated as a player. He's my goat.
LeBron and MJ could never.
Never. Literally, MJ could never.
MJ can only 3-peat, loser.
Loser.
But before we move on from this game, Curry had 43, by the way. Wait, actually, no, I'm looking at the wrong game.
Yeah, no, he didn't. There's no way he did.
But he did not have 43, my bad. He had 34. I'm also dyslexic. So I'm not, actually, but
Dude, seriously, dude?
No. Wiggins had 18, and he was the second highest scorer. Shout out Jordan Poole, because the past 2 games to close that series out, he had I think 14 and 15 points. I think those are crucial points. He played a lot better than he did in the beginning of the series, and he's probably going to get a bag.
Honestly, I think he will get a bag too. But now that I'm looking at player stats, I don't want to forget this. On Underdog, how did we do? Did we end up going 4 out of 5? What did we miss on? We missed on Marcus Smart, right?
Are you back to hating him now?
Over 20.5. He got 15.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. Fuck. We would have made 10K in a row twice, Shay.
Infinite
It's all
money
good.
glitch. If you watch this,
Hey, we're still up 9K. These guys didn't want to ride. I can ride this. I mean, pause.
we keep it PG-13.
Yeah,
on
for
this
real.
podcast, but uh, yeah, no. If you wanna ride with us, infinite money glitch. Obviously no underdog for a hot minute because
Unless you guys want to bet on the Colorado
baseball or
Avalanche
hockey
versus Tampa
or
Bay
something.
Lightning, DM me for some locks. Fuck baseball. That shit is way too
Yeah,
unpredictable.
talked it.
Unless it's Aaron Judge to hit a home run. That boy's been going crazy. That's it. That's all I know.
Yeah, shout out Mookie Betts. Fractured his rib.
Really?
I'll give him my rib if he wants, but
How do you fracture his rib?
I
Oh,
don't
he
know.
got hit by a ball.
Probably got hit by a ball or like dove or something. Like,
Ow.
but
Just
I'm
drink
going
some
to.
milk, pussy.
My girlfriend and I are going to go see the Dodgers on July 1st, so I can give
Oh,
Mookie
nice.
my rib then. So
Oh, for sure. You don't
Yeah.
need all of them, anyways.
I really
And it's-
don't.
Yeah. It's not like you really use them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, just I don't know, whatever one he needs, I'll give it to him.
All right. Segue into what, Shay? Are we done with this?
Yes, we are done with this. Real quick, shout out Golden State Warriors.
Oh,
Congratulations.
check this out. Check this bitch ass dog right here. This is the dog I'm freaking sitting for. Yes.
He looks mean. Not like vicious, but he looks like
He's
upset
whatever.
and grumpy.
Because I haven't
But-
fed him. Pussy. Just kidding. What are we segueing into, Shay? What's next? What's on the agenda?
Today, we are redrafting the 2016 draft class top 10. So if you care to look at the...
For going forward,
Yes.
are we going like 2017, then 2018, or might we go back in time eventually?
We will go back in time eventually.
Okay.
This one
Sick.
just stood out to me because there was a lot of good players in the top 10.
Okay. Also, maybe not this episode, but soon we will talk about power rankings because there are already power rankings for the next season, which I find absurd considering there has been no trades yet,
No free agency.
nothing. We will address those as well.
Oh, absolutely.
So ready.
And it's going to be kind of boring, I'm going to admit, 'cause the Lakers are going to be number one every week, but we will go over it nonetheless.
The Lakers will not be number one, although unless they get Kyrie, but whatever.
Yeah, we'll talk about
Anyway.
that later. But
Yeah, for sure.
there's some trade rumors and, just player rumors in general. But we'll talk about the 2016 draft class first. I'll do the team, and we'll each draft. So I'll pick somebody for like the Sixers, and then you pick somebody for the
I
Sixers.
mean,
it could be the
let's-
same person too.
I feel like we should go in order though. I think we can come to an agreement for most of them.
Yeah, the Sixers are the first pick though.
Yeah. Oh, who
Yeah.
the Sixers should draft?
Yeah, like who would you have taken, and not just like who's better now, but also maybe like team fit, like who you think would like. So number
I
one
mean,
is the
it's hard.
Philadelphia 76ers.
Yeah, for the Sixers. Do you have one off the top of your head?
I do.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. With the first pick for the Sixers in the redraft, I'm taking Brandon Ingram.
Ingram. Wow.
I'm
Okay,
taking
why?
Brandon Ingram because he's
Why?
only gotten better every single year he's been in the league. And he's a baby. Look, and when I say this, I'm not saying he is Durant, but he's a baby Durant in terms of build. If he can get his 3-pointer to drop more consistently, he's not a great defender, but he's a good defender for he has his size, and I just think he has the highest ceiling, and he can, if he develops properly, he can be a number one because he was the number one on the Pelicans. I think he's better than Zion.
Wow. You haven't even given Zion a chance, but I agree with you. He's got that dog in him.
Yeah.
From what I've seen, I feel like he just, I don't know if he has like some sort of temper or something, but I feel like he's like kind of a hot guy. It gets to his head a little bit. So I personally wouldn't take him at my number one pick.
Okay.
Look, I'm just looking at the top 30 list right now. I should probably look at the whole second round too.
You just look up like the top 10, like, or you can do.
How far are we gonna go? Are we gonna do top 15, top 10?
Top 10, top 10.
Top 10? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just dive into the second round. I don't want to miss any second rounders. That might have been good.
Yeah. So
Oh, there is definitely a good guy in there.
Yeah.
Malcolm Brogdon is in the second round.
I'll,
For me, I think it would have to be like Jaylen Brown.
You're going Jaylen Brown number 1?
Yeah, Jaylen Brown or DeJounte Murray, to be honest, because the Sixers did draft a guard. Obviously, he's 6'10". He's not really a guard, but they did like Jaylen Brown, DeJounte Murray. They're both smalls. They're both really good. They weren't. I don't think Murray was expected to be this good. They haven't had really injury concerns. Obviously, Simmons sat out the whole his first 5 seasons and still won Rookie of the Year. Obviously, great comeback for him. I'm proud of him for that. But yeah, I think it would have to be Jaylen Brown probably.
Jaylen Brown number 1. Okay.
Yeah.
It was tough when I was looking at it. I was like, I don't know, but I just think Ingram has the highest ceiling, and he has the potential to be just I don't know. I really like him. Also, too,
now, finish. I'll ask you.
As a Lakers fan, obviously I saw rookie Ingram, and I've seen his growth every year, and he just keeps getting better. If he can find consistency and get his 3-pointer to knock down more, I just think he has the highest ceiling of anybody in this draft. But
right now, you think Brandon Ingram is better than Jaylen Brown?
Right now, do I think Brandon Ingram's better than Jaylen Brown? That's tough to say. They're close because I'm still taking Ingram, but because I'm not gonna let recency bias of the finals take me there. But if Ingram was in the finals, we have no idea what he would do. But I'm just saying in terms of talent and everything, I'm taking Ingram. However, though, number 2, the Los Angeles Lakers in that draft, I'm taking Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown's my number 2 because they're close to me.
Let me look up the roster for the Lakers that year.
You talking about rookie Ingram?
Yeah.
It wasn't Lonzo yet.
No, it wasn't.
No. Was that after Kobe left?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was 2016, 2017. They didn't get to play with Kobe.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was ass, pretty much, obviously.
Yeah, we were bad.
Yeah, you guys had Lou Will. Oh, why is it showing? I accidentally chose.
We did have Lou Will.
I accidentally chose 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
And then now I fucking whatever. Now I type 2017 and it shows me 2017, 2018. Okay, 2016, 2017. I'm looking for bigs because I was thinking of Domantas Sabonis, to be honest, and I think he would be a good pick on the Lakers. I'm not gonna lie, because obviously I said DeJounte Murray, but I feel like they didn't need a guard at the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
But they had Zubac, who's born in 97, so he's literally only 19, 20 years old at this point.
Jesus.
And Mozgov, who sucks, and Tariq Black. Tell me where Tariq Black played other than the Lakers, I dare you. That's it, pretty much. I think Sabonis is a nice big who can get a good pick and roll. You saw it work well on the Pacers with Malcolm Brogdon before he got traded. He's good assists, good rebounds, triple-doubles every now and then.
Yeah.
He adds good value to his team. I think he doesn't stat pad those triple-doubles. I think he just genuinely fills in a good role where most others don't. So I would probably take Sabonis as my second overall pick for the Lakers.
I think that's a good one. My reasoning for Brown was that obviously at that point we just needed any talent, and I think if everything played out the way it did, and we had LeBron and Jaylen Brown and Anthony Davis, that'd be a nice little trio. Because Jaylen Brown can create his own shot, and he can score on his The problem with Westbrook is the spacing.
But you don't think the same thing would have happened that happened to Ingram with Brown, that they just package him and ship him out? Because I feel like that's just what would have happened, bro, because they wouldn't have let him develop. They would have been like, oh, okay, so LeBron didn't get to the playoffs, so let's sell all these youngins, and then they just hold on to freaking Kuzma again, because Kuzma popped off his rookie year, and then he's as mid as he is now,
Yeah, definitely. I guess if I'm drafting it, I'm not thinking about trades.
Obviously, because that's in the future.
Yeah,
But
but
like, I feel
obviously,
like the same thing would have happened.
that helps me feel better about not getting Tatum with the Lakers because I mean they shipped
Mm.
Lonzo to the Pelicans. Would they have given up Tatum
However,
though?
however, would they have traded for AD having Brown and Tatum and LeBron?
Oh,
Because I'm gonna be honest with you, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum with LeBron do better than Ingram and Lonzo with LeBron.
100%, 1,010%.
Exactly.
So.
They might not have even considered a trade to start with.
Right, so that makes the pick pretty good, right? I think you just argued for me.
Yeah. But that's going so far into the next draft
Yeah.
that
Well, that's assuming we get the second pick again because we got the second pick back to back.
which you will. I just read you your roster.
Yeah.
You will. Let's go third pick for the Celtics.
Boston Celtics. Who are you taking? I'll let you go first.
DeJounte Murray.
DeJounte
It's just
Murray.
another guard that they need. Obviously, he's good. He's been an all-star now. He's a good role player. Obviously, he's developed well under Popovich. Who knows if he had developed into what he was? But let's say he's the player who he is now, regardless of where he went and who he was coached by.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's the greatest fit for the Celtics, who got that trade actually from the Nets. So big finesse into there. What do you think is your third pick?
Third pick. This is gonna surprise, but I have Pascal Siakam to the Celtics.
Okay.
All NBA
That's not
third
bad.
team. He's a good player. I think he's a good fit in that system because they already have they get Siakam, then they get Tatum, and then they end up getting like Rob Williams, assuming all that plays out and Smart. I think that's a good team. Obviously Jaylen Brown's off the board, so they can't take him, but yeah, I think Siakam's a good fit there. I just think it'd be good. So, but
I agree.
Murray's good. Okay, number 4 to the Phoenix Suns.
You go for it.
I'm taking Ben Simmons. I think recency bias is not fair to him.
Still top five. Top five.
Easily, like he's and I think he'd fit really well. Like imagine if Chris Paul was great for the Suns, but if the Suns had Simmons defense and then Booker going crazy, and they had that team and they had like a bunch of shooters, like where Simmons doesn't have to be put into a position to score. He's an elite defender, great passer.
Wouldn't have lost by 40 in Game 7 this season. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yes.
I'll tell you that much.
Chris Paul's a defensive liability. Simmons definitely is not.
Who the
that
fuck
team
is
constructed
Dragan Bender, bro? Like, who is Dragan Bender, bro? No
Ben's
way.
way out of the fucking league, man. My God.
Yeah. So I'm taking and again, I'm not saying that when we do these picks, we're not saying like a player's better than the other one. We're just saying like team fit also like is like a huge deal about this. So I'm taking Ben Simmons 4. What about you?
Wait, real quick.
Yeah.
Who did you have first pick for this year?
In the upcoming draft?
Yeah.
Personally, I think Jabari Smith's going number 1.
Because that dude, Paolo Banchero, his odds moved from plus 1,600 to plus 400 for first pick overall.
Oh, Magic must like him then.
Yeah.
I think Chet's draft stock is falling.
Why?
When I say falling, but for a while he was like the consensus number 1.
For a couple of years, for like 2-3 years, he's been like the most talked about.
Right, and then now you're getting like a couple of guys like Banchero and Jabari Smith who are like, oh, maybe they can, you know what I mean? So it's not as surefire as it was. And when I say falling, he's still going to be a top like 2 pick.
And I think I like that. I feel like the drafts have always been like set since before the draft. I feel like this year it could be kind of different, like unexpected.
Yeah, but yeah. So what I was what was I say? Jabari, wait, hold on, give me one sec.
No, yeah, handle.
Yeah. But what was I say? Yeah, I think Jabari's going 1. I think Holmgren goes 2, and Banchero goes 3.
Okay, we're 4th. The Suns.
Suns.
Okay, yeah, I think I'll agree. Ben Simmons, maybe Siakam, some offense, but yeah, now that I look at it from the defensive needing standpoint, I agree with Simmons for the 4th pick overall.
Yeah, I think it's just the Suns. I think the Suns win the chip if a healthy Ben Simmons with that current constructed roster. I think it's pretty scary. The pick and rolls with Ayton would be nice.
Yeah.
And I think Suns fans aren't like Philly fans, where they'll literally like berate you for like no reason. So, number
pick,
5, Minnesota
Timberwolves.
Timberwolves.
Can I go first on this one?
You can absolutely go first.
Thank you. This is where Brandon Ingram goes.
This is where. Oh yeah, I just noticed you haven't taken Ingram yet. Jesus.
This is where he goes. They have a lot of now young guys, good talent. They all got some dog in them. D'Lo, maybe not. Not anymore. Kind of lost dog. He's looking for it right now. He's just a guy who's athletic. He's crazy. He'd fit well with now Ant and Cat.
Yeah.
Sorry,
no,
one sec.
No, you're good.
Sheesh,
I think team fit.
I think he
That's
would
a
fit good into the system. So
Definitely.
yeah, I think not much to talk about. It's just a team that isn't really doing much because they don't have, I feel like, the greatest staff to do that. But player wise, it's a lot of talent, and he fits into like the chemistry that the team has right now.
Oh, 100%. Number 5, I'm taking Jamal Murray. He has not played in a while because he's got paper mache knees, supposedly. And I think you put Jamal Murray on that team instead of D'Lo, and I think they're really good. I don't know if they're championship, but they're really good. I think people forget that like Jamal Murray like single-handedly like destroyed the like in the bubble, like he destroyed the Clippers. I think he destroyed the Blazers too, if I'm not mistaken. But no, it was the Lakers that did that. But he drops 30, 40. I think he even scored 50 a couple times. I think recency bias.
It was against the Jazz. It was against the Jazz.
That's right.
It was against Donovan Mitchell. That was a battle. Those were crazy.
Yeah. So Murray's really, really good, and I don't think he gets talked about ever since like he's been out. I mean, he hasn't played in a couple of years, 2 seasons, I think. So, but yeah, that's my pick at 5.
Here's a little forgot about.
So number 6, we got the New Orleans Pelicans. Who are you taking?
I'll take Jamal Murray on that.
You'll take Jamal Murray on that. Okay.
Let me look up the roster actually, because the 6th pick was Buddy Hield, which I really, really like. But
he's not a top 10.
Yeah, he's I think he's top 10. I don't think he's where he goes now, 6 or 7. He's probably 8 or 9.
Interesting. Okay, because I don't even have him in my top 10.
Wow.
I'd probably have him at like
crazy.
11. I'd have him at like 11.
You're crazy. I'm not going to tell you where I think he goes right now because I already see him on a team.
Uh-huh.
But, yeah, I think Jamal Murray would go good in the Pelicans.
Yeah.
They're obviously a shit show as well, franchise. This is 2016, 17 roster.
For number 6, though, I mean, while you look that up, I'll give mine. Number 6, I have Fred VanVleet.
Okay.
I mean, it's nothing. It's not a sexy pick. It's not a fancy pick, but I mean, he's a good, solid point guard. He plays good defense for his size, and he's another guy that's got that dog in him. He's durable, which the Pelicans need. They need durable players. Yeah, and I think he's always like, he's really good at stealing the ball. He's cash usually from 3. He was the Raptors' arguably top 2 player next to Ceocom, and for much of the year he's probably better than Ceocom. So, yeah.
Check this out. So for the Pelicans, this is really funny. They had Tyreek Evans and Jamal Crawford. However, they also had Drew Holiday. So I think that would be like an offensive/defensive guard if you were to put Jamal Murray in there, because Drew Holiday is pretty locked down defender, if I'm honest. So they would have one guy playing defense, one guy playing more offense, and I think he would develop into that role well, especially with Jamal Crawford there. I feel like that would help him develop his handles a lot, and just getting to the to the basket, his layup package would be insane. Mm-hmm. Obviously from 3 he can shoot, they both can. Wait, I'm tripping, bro. It's not fucking Jamal Crawford. It's Jordan Crawford. I'm an idiot.
Oh.
Ignore everything I fucking said. I'm
Even more of a
tripping.
reason to draft a point guard. My God.
Exactly. He will do fine. Maybe he won't have the handles. He will still turn out to be who he was. Good offensive player, and I'll take him there.
Yeah, definitely. That's a good pick. But we both have guards. So number 7 is the Nuggets, and I would like to go first for this one. This is where I have DeJounte Murray going.
Okay, that's a good one. I like it. It's a bit electric.
DeJounte Murray on the Nuggets would be so good with if they kept obviously they have Porter Jr. So like DeJounte Murray, Porter Jr., Jokic if he develops, and they put a couple other pieces on the team. That's a nice team. So
I like that.
yeah.
Wait, have you said Sabonis yet?
I have not.
Wow, you're crazy.
But I have.
You're on drugs.
Stay tuned. You know I love Sabonis, right? You know Sabonis is my guy, but I just think, I don't know.
Yeah,
and
but
again,
Capella's better, so it doesn't really matter.
That's what I was going to bring up. Like, this dude thinks Clint Capella's better than DeMontis Sabonis.
No. I changed my mind.
I'm sure you did.
I changed my mind.
Not a chance Clint Capella's better.
Okay, hear me out.
You're with the Nuggets, yeah.
This is where Malcolm Brogdon goes.
Ooh, okay.
Another foreign big. Pick and roll action. Obviously, Jokic can play everywhere. He's not just a big. He can shoot. He can score. He can pass. But I think if Jamal Murray somehow, or not Jamal Murray, why am I tripping? What's his name? I just said it. Brogdon can get open, find that open pocket, cut in, move out, a little screen, shot anywhere. I think he's doing good on that team. Obviously, they won't have Jamal Murray, is what I would think I was going to say.
Yeah.
They'll have other pieces. They'll eventually get MPJ, who is going to turn injury prone like a fucking loser. They'll have, what's his name, the other small guy, Will Barton.
Mm-hmm.
The once Jimmy Butler rival. Forgot his name. He's a nobody at this point. There's not much. Obviously, Jokic is pretty by himself right now as it stands. They'll eventually trade for Aaron Gordon.
Yeah.
I think Malcolm Brogdon would be the next guy if Jamal Murray isn't available for them.
You're taking Brogdon over Van Fleet?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, that's spicy, man. I love Van Fleet.
I know you're a big fan of him, but I think he was just doing good on a mid team. Look how they freaking crashed.
No, I think he's solid. Undrafted too, right? I think he was undrafted.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, so
He's my top 10, but
yeah. And then okay, so number 8 is the Sacramento Kings, and Sabonis takes the short road to Sacramento instead of the long one. He goes to the Kings at 8. Obviously, it's a good fit because they wouldn't have traded for him if it wasn't a good fit. I just think he pairs well with
all the guards they get.
All the guards they have. Like they had at one point they had Davion Mitchell, Tyrese Halliburton, De'Aaron Fox, and they had no bigs. So this trade makes obviously Halliburton's better than Fox in my opinion. I think Halliburton is better, but I have some hot takes on that. But yeah, I just think he's a good fit there. Obviously he's still a top 10 player because Sabonis is nice like that, but I think that's the best fit for him.
All right. Similarly, this is another guy taking a short route. This is where Buddy Hield goes.
Oh my god.
Buddy Hield obviously goes to there. They don't need another guard, but he is such a good shooter. You need him for value. You cannot let him drop any lower in the draft. At this point, either trade him or trade somebody else. You could trade De'Aaron Fox for a big, get Sabonis, get another big. But yeah, he's just catch and shoot, great off the bench. You don't need any more stars. You're supposed to already have your stars at this point. Is Cousins still on this team? No, he's already on the Pelicans.
Pelicans, yeah.
Yeah, but Buddy Hield is not a star. He will be a Sean Livingston type of player. He'll be a Jamal Crawford kind of player, just grade 6 man. Lou Will. That's, I think, what he is and what he can be, really. I really do believe. Every year in fantasy, if you check, I take him. He's just such a good guy. Now he's on the Pacers. Dude,
yeah, letting him rip.
He's dropping 30, 35, 40. Great mix with Halliburton there. Yeah, unstoppable. With Miles Turner, too. I think the Pacers I
Yeah,
like him there. That's who I'll take for my pick.
definitely great. That's a good pick. I love him. Number 9 is the Toronto Raptors.
You go.
Oh, okay. I'm taking Malcolm Brogdon here at 9. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's Van Fleet's role, so obviously the fit's good because they're both point guards. But I just have Van Fleet above Brogdon. But I think Brogdon's super nice, and I like Brogdon a lot. But shout out rookie of the year. I think he was the only one like the 50-50-90 club as a rookie.
50-50? 90 club?
Yeah,
No way.
50 from the field, 50 from the
No,
line,
he was
50 from
no
3, and then
way.
yeah, look it up.
What? That's actually hella good.
Bro won rookie of the year on the Bucks. So
Yeah, I know he won Rookie of the Year, but I didn't know he was 50 from 3. That's kind of crazy.
yeah. Honestly, like if you take if you did like a redraft, like even just 1 year after, because obviously we get to see how all these guys develop years later. But if you did a redraft the year after, Brogdon would be a top 3 pick, I think, because he won Rookie of the Year. So
Shay, I'm stuck here.
yeah,
I'm stuck on number 9.
yeah,
I have two guys who I think
Okay.
would fit well. Obviously, one, Van Vliet. Nothing special, nothing crazy. The second, Karis LeVert.
How have you not taken Siakam yet?
Siakam? I don't... Dude, he has no package, bro. He does nothing.
And he's good at one thing. He scores. And he
On a
rebounds. And
Raptors team... On a Raptors team that has nothing, bro.
Yes,
You don't
and-
get that. The Raptors are nothing.
And if you're the
The Raptors-
primary option on a team with no bag, you still have to go up against the top competition. Like he scored, he rebounded, he blocked, he was good, he was solid. He's a top 3 pick for me.
Siakam should be a second team or a first team if he's playing on a team with nobodies. His stats alone should propel him into that. And it's not. It's not.
I think winning has a lot to do with NBA teams too, because like I mean, Devin Booker had a great year, but like I mean, there's a couple people on the second team that I would have put over Booker. But because the Suns have the best record in the league, they put Booker. Because the Raptors weren't really that good. I think they were a 5 or 6 seed. But
Booker wasn't Booker first team?
Booker was first team. But I'm saying there's a couple guys on. I think there's a couple guys on the second team that I'd put over him, just in terms of like. But Booker had a great year. I love Booker. Booker's one of my favorite players. But yeah,
Yeah. Nah, I think I'm gonna rock Karis LeVert.
okay. Karis LeVert
Karis
at
LeVert,
9
yeah.
to the Raptors.
He's a good fit. I just think he hasn't found his role, but on the Nets he was doing fantastic, I think.
Okay.
Obviously, he got traded away, unfortunately, but obviously, if you got big stars like Kyrie and KD coming in, you should make some moves and get rid of maybe LeVert. But I think he's a good 2, good 3. If I were to compare him to anyone, I'd compare him to like a Jaylen Brown type of player. Obviously, Brown's got the lead on him right now, but Brown's gone. But that type of player fits well, I think, into the Raptors because they still have Lowry at the time. They still have DeRozan at the time. So if you got to consider that, you can't take another primary ball guy. This is a secondary option third option who can score well.
This is true. That's interesting. LeVert's solid, but I don't know if I'd take him top 10. Alex. Oh wait, I kind of just busted my 10 pick. Alex Caruso, number 10 to the Bucks. I think
Okay.
he's so solid. I mean, obviously, it's like he's kind of a meme, but like he's so good defensively, and he gives you that energy you need. I think that's like invaluable to a team. I thought about Buddy Hield here to the Bucks because I think that would have been solid. Give
That fits
Giannis-
well.
But yeah. So I like Caruso. I mean, obviously, I might be a little biased, but I would do Buddy Hield or Caruso at 10. But I'll take Caruso.
All right, 10. Simple. This is where I take Van Vliet. I didn't take him 9th. I take him 10th.
Damn.
Good guard. Same thing with Holiday that I said earlier when I thought on the Pelicans. If eventually he somehow lands with the Bucks, put him in with Van Vliet. You got Middleton. You got Giannis. You got a good lineup showing up. Add that to Portis. I'd say if Middleton goes down, I think Van Vliet is enough to propel them over the Celtics this year and push them into the NBA Finals against the Warriors and possibly even back-to-back champs.
Maybe. But
Maybe.
wow. You don't have Siakam in your top 10. That's crazy.
He would probably go. He would honestly probably go to like the Magic or something for me
Yeah, that's wild.
at the 11th pick or not the Jazz.
Hold on.
I think he would be my 11th, and my 12th would probably be Caruso on the Jazz.
I'm gonna look up Pascal Siakam stats because like I
Not
think
that
he's
good, bro.
I think
I'm
he's,
not a fan.
I mean obviously he doesn't have the deepest bag in the world, but like I mean okay, so 2018 is when he really started like getting going. He had 16 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. 2019, 22 points, 22.9 points a game, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. 2020, 21 points a game, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. 2021 this year, he had 22 points a game, 8.5 rebounds, 5.5 assists. If you're going to get me 28 and 5 consistently, I think that's worthy of a top 3 pick. At least top 10, at least. But both been so solid.
On a shitty team, bro. On a shitty team.
Yeah, but I mean, Booker was solid on a shitty Suns team for a long time.
Okay, let me know. Let me know when Siakam's dropping 70 a game. Cool.
Wait, what's Siakam's career high? Let me see.
Probably like 42.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna look it up. Let's see. 44.
There it is. Drop 26 more. Maybe I'll consider you.
Hey, I like Siakam. I think he gets a bad. He was an important player on those finals teams too. Obviously, Kawhi was good, but also Van Fleet was an important player on those finals teams. Siakam was important. Like it's a team effort. Like obviously Lowry, like so. I loved watching that Raptors team. I mean, I'm like, I was rooting for them. Like obviously because the Lakers weren't getting anywhere fucking near the finals. So
Warriors got injured. That's the only reason they won.
Oh, of course.
Klay Thompson and KD.
They probably would have three-peated, but
Cousins. I think Cousins actually did he come back? I don't think he came back. He might have come back.
yeah,
But
maybe.
yeah, if you start with 5 All-Stars and you end up with 2, you're not winning.
That's
It's obviously what it's obviously what we all wanted, not for them to get hurt,
yeah.
but we wanted some sort of collapse for a team that just kept getting All-Stars, getting pay cuts, getting this, getting that. Shout out to DeMarcus Cousins, keeps taking pay cuts, took a pay cut to the Lakers, got cut. Keep searching for that ring, boy. You're not getting it.
Shout out to Cousins, but too, like with the Lakers, like if he didn't tear his ACL, I think he would have been really good for us.
The first time or the second time?
When he tore his ACL, was it the first time or the second time? I
I don't know.
think second
He tore
time.
it twice.
Yeah, I think it was the second time that he tore it, but yeah, I mean, he would have been really good, I think, for us. I think it would have been a good depth piece, but what can
Now
you
he's
do?
on the Nuggets, no?
He is on the Nuggets, I believe. But yeah,
Cool.
I mean that's our top 10. Just to go over it, I have Brandon Ingram, Jaylen Brown, Siakam, Simmons, Jamal Murray, Fred VanVleet, Dejounte Murray, Domantas Sabonis, Malcolm Brogdon, and Alex Caruso. Simon has Jaylen Brown 1, Domantas Sabonis 2, Dejounte Murray 3, Ben Simmons 4, Brandon Ingram 5, Jamal Murray 6, Malcolm Brogdon 7, Buddy Hield at 8, Levert at 9, and then Van Fleet at 10. So, yeah, I mean, if you're watching this on YouTube, obviously comment who had the better redraft. Don't flood the comments just saying me, obviously, because it's obvious, but...
That's crazy.
But yeah, I think that just about wraps it up for today. Do you have anything else
Wait,
you
who
want
was
to add?
who was your first pick overall?
Oh, Brandon Ingram.
Okay, yeah. Anyways, let's end the show now. Before
Do you have
they start
anything else you
hanging
want
on
to talk about today?
That's all. No, I'll see you guys episode 17, where we will address some other topics now that it's the off season.
Yes.
No more gambling for basketball for now.
Yeah, I don't know baseball well enough or hockey well
to
enough.
waste our money to you. Yeah, I mean it's
In the meantime,
it's
if you
2-1
like
right now for
negotiate.
the Stanley Cup Finals.
Yeah, if Underdog wants to negotiate or reach out in between before the season starts, I mean that'd be great.
Yeah, we'd be more than happy to work with you guys.
Yeah, so we can do that. Next episode, we'll probably talk about some, some trade rumors, some possibilities. Probably a would you rather where I'll take a player, like let's say Jimmy Butler, and I'd be like, would you rather have Jimmy Butler or like I don't know, Jason Tatum off the top of my head.
Got
So
you.
yeah, we'll do that next
Who
week.
the fuck would not choose Butler?
Oh, I know,
yeah.
but it's just I'm just off the dome. That's just like
Yeah. No, I feel you. All right, then.
so.
I'll catch
All
you,
right.
Shay.
All right,
Pleasure
see you guys for
always.
episode 17.
Yes, sir.
Have a good one.